Alright. So that area should be done now, yes? Certainly seems so. No, 1.49 bananas. Okay, 18 is a little bit. Alright, you know what? This requires 18 tons of flowers, which is a lot of flowers. But we know that flowers just require fertilizer. So what we'll do is we'll bring 8 tons of fertilizer. And we'll make sure that it doesn't repeat. And then we'll start shipping flowers out at that point. Might also do the fish and oranges here as well. Should get us enough money, or get us close to enough money to do the rest. And Old Mill, are we just waiting for this flower delivery? We are. Excellent. Okay. 18 tons of flowers. Okay, flowers take a... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now they're growing pretty fast. Yeah, that should be okay. Do this, please. Alright, Old Mill is complete. That means we can start providing sugarcane to convert into sugar. So let's do that. Not with you. We're going to set you up to do that for a little bit. We'll see how well it consumes that sugar, and we'll see how that functions. Once we've seen how fast that converts sugarcane into sugar, then we'll decide what to do with the other ship. Okay, so it consumes it really fast. So this is actually quite slow. So we do need effectively 2 of the 1-tonners to be doing that at once to supply with enough sugar to get things going. So keep that on track. How are our flowers going? Yeah, nice. Fertilizer provides us with tons of flowers. And as you can see, this keeps needing steel. A lot of the upgrades will require something like steel. We don't have a way of getting steel right now, I don't think. Yeah, there's nowhere on the map that provides steel. There might not even be any steel on this map to begin with. Okay. Alright, sugar's getting up there. And this should be the last load here, so that's good. Once we've completed the Robert, we'll go and start delivering the sugar to the place that does alcohol for us. And that'll be pretty good. Wow, that gave us 23,000 coins. Fantastic. Coins is apparently the new money, don't you know? So the distillery is here. It requires sugar. Let's go and get sugar. We're only going to do 1 load of this. Yeah, let's just do 1 load for now. And we'll decide on what to do past that. Let's unlock another dump truck. Alright. So this dump truck is going to take a lot of time compared to the other one. We'll give it its first trip, which will be just to get some clay. It's right near the clay, so that won't be too bad. And it only needs 3 tons of it, so we'll patiently wait for it to be almost half full, and then let it go on its way. Wonderful. Okay. So you eat sugar reasonably quickly. This place requires planks. We don't have a source of planks either on this island yet. That doesn't mean that we won't always. But it's converting sugar into alcohol at a reasonable rate. Now, when we hover over alcohol like that, we can see what needs alcohol. We can see that one place needs 1,595 alcohol. Yeah, we'll talk about that. This game is really driving something home for me, Jake says. A logistics simulator has to look good. There's no satisfaction to me if the end result doesn't look beautiful visually. Casual opinion perhaps, but it's mine to have. I don't think it's a bad opinion to have. It's, yeah, like I know plenty of people who absolutely abhor, what is it called? Dream Quest, which is arguably one of the best deck building games in existence. I know people who absolutely abhor it because the art is terrible. It's absolutely atrocious, and they just hate the game because of it. And there's nothing wrong with that opinion necessarily. It's just what it is. Alright, I don't think these guys need to be doing this anymore, so we'll let them do one last load, and then we'll turn them off. When did you do Mario again, Bane? I completely missed it. About a week ago? And that's what got me this game. So I do want to show, Jake, I do want to show you a Railroad Corporation at some point. I don't know if I want to show it to you or I just want to like give it to you blind, but that's going to be once you're done with like a good six to 12 months from now is going to be what I think. So I'll throw at you at some point. Museum of Transport Technology, New Zealand. So we know that we've still got stuff to do here, and we now have unlocked, as you can sort of see, we've started to unlock things on these other islands, which we're going to have to look into in a little bit. But let us travel from here all the way over to New Zealand, actually. Sorry, let me zoom in for a second there. Thought I spotted something there, but I didn't. I reckon Jake will still be busy with Rune Factory 5 by then. Nonsense. He does take a while with the Rune Factory games. He definitely doesn't speed through them, but he might be on his English playthrough at that point. So, okay, so they gave me a dump truck to start off here in this area. And as you can see, they don't sort of get rid of these. I think that there is a way to ship trucks like through shipping lanes and stuff to new areas, but generally, like when you're working in a new area, it's kind of at least at the start its own independent puzzle. I don't think I'm going to fiddle too much in here until I've done more over in the other island, but I definitely wanted to have a look at it. So you can see that we have, in Auckland, we have significantly different trucks. So we go from having just a couple of 8-tonners to also having access to 20 40-tonners as well. We can get also 1-tonners with the floaties gizmo, but apparently no trucks there needed. I think you have to like bring a truck to there in order to attach floaties to it, and you can only do that with 1-ton trucks for whatever reason. And I think that floaties, I don't know, I haven't really fiddled with that. I never played the Auckland map back when it existed. I don't even know what the first steps would be over here in Auckland. Honestly, it's hard to tell. It's like they give you a dump truck, but then they don't give you they don't really give you anywhere that needs it. I feel like I need to travel on this road, but I just don't remember how. Like, I don't recall if I can just sort of tell it to just travel to a location. It's like, hey, you can bring fish. Yes, but I can bring fish from very, very, very far away. Well, that's something for me to figure out a little bit later. I know that there is stuff to do with that, I just don't remember how. But it does exist. Let's go back to Africa. Yes, Africa, yes. That's where we were. Totally. Totally not, the Americas. It's fine. Require wood. Are we lucky enough to have some wood nearby? No. Alright, let's still keep on focusing on finishing this area. Because we've barely sort of started finishing it. What do you want? Most industries require... Complete this town. Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy. 11.7 sugarcane, you say? Go for it. This dump truck. Let's start with this museum. It needs a bunch of easy to get goods, and it'll be one that we can tick off. I wouldn't mind getting ×2 speed on the on dump truck number 3, but I don't mind waiting for it at this point. There we go. Figure I might as well just continue through these quests, if you call it that. Oh, you need a lot of alcohol. Do we even have that amount of alcohol available? We do. Well. Let's do that. Now we are going to run out of alcohol this way, but that's not a big deal. We can always just refill it with sugar and it won't be a problem. Let's have a look at some of the other things that we need to fulfill over here. Most of these are pretty straightforward. Oh, you're picking up. And where are you taking it? Oh, you're taking it to this place, right? What about Pierre? Oh, you need a ton of stuff. You're better done with a truck with loaders on it, or a ×2 speed truck at that point. Looks like we've mostly filled this, so... Oh, we've got one of the 1-tonners to 4 times speed. Let's try and finish this section. Using you and you. I'll wait until it comes back. Then we'll send it on its way to get fertilizer, and then we'll probably send it on its way to get fish. Alright, let's send the red one on its way to get fish instead then. Okay. We don't really have anywhere that needs coffee yet, right? I take that back. I definitely take that back. I suppose we can deliver coffee to you. We're already there with a full truck. We might as well just go and do it. Since you're nice and easily done, that's fine. Wonderful. Let's bring you some fertilizer. Bring you a couple of loads so that way you can top back up on coffee. Alright, you're a nice easy one. Let's get the... oh, you've got a loader now. Fantastic. Let's get you to get bananas. You will not take long to do that at all. You're also fairly short, so let's get the green one to grab us some sugar, and then grab us some bananas, and then grab us some fish. Actually, no, fish will probably be the next one from that. Okay. Don't need you to repeat that another time. That coffee should be pretty good now, right? Yeah, tons of coffee. Tons of fertilizer, tons of coffee. Where else requires a ton of coffee? The Trinity and St. Joseph. Okay. They both require a lot of other things, though. I see one that only requires 3.5 over here. In fact, this one requires a lot of things that it only requires 3.5 of. Let's go and deliver it. One of those. Alright, actually, let's also tell you to deliver sand, please. Okay. Oh, that was faster than I thought it would be. Go and get some flowers. Now what I'll do with this is I'll probably turn the power off, because I don't want this truck getting the credit for finishing that. You need 4 tons of sand. You got a little bit over 4 tons there, so that's okay. I'll wait until it gets closer, then I'll stop the vehicle and let you deliver first, and then this one deliver. This should be about 1 or 2 businesses away from getting 2 times speed up, which will make life significantly easier. Okay. While I'm waiting for that to happen, let's go back down here and see what's going on. Thank you. I want the green one to deliver fish, and I want the red one to deliver a banana. Banana, please. Okay. It'll take him a little while to unload, and it'll take the other one far less time to unload, so I'm going to wait for it to fully unload before I send the other truck in. Alright. Cool. Still not enough to level up the dump truck to level 2, which is a little frustrating. That's okay. What are some things that it can do to potentially level up? What about this? It's easy enough. It's not far away at all. We can get that sorted. I wish there was some kind of counter that told me how far away it was from leveling up, so I could be like, okay, I just need to do like this thing and we're good. I'll have a look at Martinique shipping in a second. So that way we can... Shipping to the dock at Martinique is closed. To open the shipping lanes, complete the town. Complete Fort de France. Okay. So this place that requires 71 alcohol. 71 alcohol should be relatively easy for me to provide. It'll also give me a ton of money. Not that money is really hurting right now, but I imagine when we start buying ships, it's probably going to start being painful. We got our dump truck leveled up to level 2, so that's fantastic. Let's utilize that by maybe starting the trip for alcohol. Alright, other dump truck, come here. You are going to need to provide you with sugar. Go for it. Actually, no, this is inefficient. I don't think it's time to do this yet. This dump truck is going to take forever to do stuff like that. Yeah. course, for some reason, I don't know why it doesn't stop. How do I cancel your load? Escape doesn't let me do it. You would think cancel would work. Alternate is to stop the vehicle. Ah, so I've stopped the vehicle and dragged it to another location. Okay, so drag to another location. Oh, okay, I can literally... This is how I just get you to move. That's right. If I just need to get you to move, I just drag you on the map. I had forgotten that. That's what I would need to go and do over in Auckland to discover the island and stuff. Okay. Pretty easy. You're complaining because you're out of sugar. Yeah. That's fine. Go and deliver your load, and then we'll do stuff like that. We need to get you to 2 times as well. Let's focus on finding places that we can provide with goods that can level you up. I don't even think you've done 1, so you're going to need to do 5 in total, which is not going to be pleasant. Let's get the dump truck back to the distillery, and we'll get him to do a couple of loads of sugar, and the rest should be pretty easy. We're not doing much with our 1-tonners at the moment, but that's okay, we can fix that. Oh, also I see this 6.72 town, which we might do. I think we've done pretty much everything out here. Except for some big places, I think we're pretty much sorted. I think we've mostly gone past what our 1-tonners are capable of doing a lot to. But there are still a couple of things, so... have a little bit of a fiddle. Oh, that's a full 8 tons of flowers. We didn't need to really provide it that much, but that's okay. Alright. Alright, you're done there. I wonder if we can... Oh, it's too late, you're already empty. Well, that's fine. Go and also do the same to this, but this time I'll pay attention to you, so that way you don't spend a lot. Excellent, you got boosters, so that way you're sped up when empty. That's a big deal. In fact, part of the reason why our 1-tonner seems almost the same speed as our base 1-tonner seems almost as slow as the green one is because the green one has the booster, which effectively gives it another ×2 multiplier when it's moving around empty. Alright, let's grab some coffee. Let's cancel that. Let's switch to you. Let's grab some coffee. Let's switch to you. I will say it's kind of annoying when the locations are so close to one another, because I'm trying to click on one location and I keep getting the other one. There we go. Alright, green. Let's get flowers. Thank you. Alright. Your problem is that you can't deliver anymore. That's fine. It's not a problem at all. Your goal now will be to deliver alcohol to this place. And you'll be doing that for a little while. Okay, you also have a loader now, which is really good, but it does mean we have to pay close attention to you. Let's try and find another place where we can unlock a boost. It's going to be quite easy. I see a 1.58 tons of oranges in your future. Let's go. Pay a little bit of attention, because we don't want to use all of those oranges if we can avoid it. There we go. Should be plenty. So he slows right back down now that he has a load. That's okay. We have... This area is still not done. Okay, we need... Let's get you to get the sugarcane. Well, the reason why we'll choose you is because you might level up to 4 from it, and that'll make life even better. Not that we're going to use the 1-tonners for very much longer. Soon we'll be selling them and removing them from our list, because we just don't need them. We might need them, however, we might be able to ship the trucks across, potentially, and doing it that way. We'll see. Alright, you're done. Let's see if we can find another easy one for you. 1 ton of worms. Sounds pretty good. Let's get 1 ton of worms sorted. That's a long distance. That's alright, these things happen. How are we going with these 71 tons of alcohol that we need? 40 tons left. Also, this is a town, so it's consuming that alcohol while we take our sweet ass time. Oh, we don't need any more than a little bit there. You were having some problems. What was the problem? The problem is it's just not producing alcohol fast enough for the dump truck. We could level it up if we had planks, but we do not have planks. That is something that we will probably get on another island once we've unlocked some more stuff. You know what though? This is a good place to go and start grabbing the rest of the stuff from. So we can get some nanas, we can get some fertilizer. Alright, we have both of the trucks now at level 2. That's good. It's very good. What can we do next? Let's see if anywhere else needs big batches of flowers. I wouldn't mind doing St. Joseph. We can pretty much do it all. The problem is it's a town, and that means that if we fail at any one of these, we're going to have some problems. So we need to just double check that we have enough to do all of them. So far, so good. Okay, we're low on oranges. We should be fine on worms, right? Yeah. We're low on oranges and we're low on fish. We're low on oranges, we're low on fish. Okay. So oranges and fish. That's pretty easy. They both just need fertilizer. So let's grab them some fertilizer. Alright. So we are slowly fertilize those fish, you're right. I'm pretty sure the fish just need fertilizer, if memory serves. Oh, I didn't stop you in time, that's fine. Oh no, the fish need worms, of course. Alrighty. I don't know why I thought the fish needed fertilizer. That does seem a little weird. You're right. Okay, we'll let them get a second load of worms. Fishing needs nets to upgrade, and that makes a lot of sense. And we'll turn repeat off on this one. Okay. Yep, worms and fertilizer are coming back, that's fine. You know, while we're here, let's just go and do this location. Actually, no, fertilizer does take a while to come back. Yeah, fertilizer does take a while to come back, so maybe we should switch to doing this. I'm pretty tempted to get another 8-ton truck. Yeah, let's do it. We're not going to bother leveling it up though. Alright. Let's do this and order you up, thank you. Okay, there we go. We completed Fort de France. So we should have some form of shipping now. If we... I don't know. It says it unlocked the transport route. That's for roadworks, which is like another big thing that we won't even talk about. So what do we mean by transport route? Truthfully, I don't know. Like I said, the game is sometimes really obtuse about things. We kind of already had these areas sort of visually unlocked like this. So I don't see any difference there. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Once you get an industry to level 3, you can start building it in other towns. So you don't always need to be traveling all the way to X to get all the goods for Y. You can be like, hey, look, there's a town that doesn't have an output, if memory serves. By industry, here we go. And this one currently has 0, but you can build industries in town. Pretty straightforward. Unlike these truck floaties, which is just going to be like, what do I even do with these? But that's okay. Alright, I'm going to close this window now. It's basically this contracts button, which I'm not overly fussed about. Oh, right. Let's see our industries from here. Where is this a single store? You would think like left clicking or right clicking would take you to it, but it doesn't. I feel like I have lost a... Okay, no, we're all good. We're all good. There's so many buttons to do with things. A lot of that's to do with high scores, which we're not going to bother with. Scoring in this game is really bizarre. It's based on a whole bunch of like weird details, like providing it with enough goods. I think the close to exact that you can provide it, the better, which is weird, because like things require like 0.78 of a ton, and so like you'd have to like watch a thing and guess what points. It was super weird trying to do anything for score. Back when score was something that I cared about in these games, which it never really was, but I did fiddle with it for a time. Alright. So if it's not obvious by this point, there are things that we will not be able to complete. Like, this place requires 1,595 alcohol. The only way we can complete that is to level up our alcohol industry, which we don't have planks for yet. We'd also need, you know, better trucks and stuff like that. Like, if you had 15 8-ton trucks, you'd have to go away and do stuff. When do you build a super bridge to the mainland? No idea. The super bridge requires boats, which I have no way of inputting or outputting at this point. I will admit I do not know how to deal with these docks. I also don't know if I need to... Okay, let's try something. Hey you. I would like you to travel from there over to here. No, that doesn't work. But apparently you gave me access. The game can be very obscure at times. So I would have thought that one of these places I would need to buy boats in. Oh, this is a good place. Fort de France can have 3 industries in it, which is pretty excellent. So this place will become quite a good hub when shipping becomes a big deal. But right now, it's not super useful. I'm hoping I don't need to do this floaties thing, like is floaties going to let me like take a ship or like take something all the way to... Alright, let's go and have a look at floaties. Let's double click it. Oh, that's the flag! I was wondering what the weird snake thing was. This thing, it's the flag. There you go. And I can see that here, which tells me that this is the flag. Yeah, alright, let's have a look at Auckland. So if I wanted floaties, it says that there's 1 truck in depot. Is that 500,000 per ton? There's truck floaties and ocean floaties. I'm super confused. We have the money for it though. Let me click it once. Without having to wait for the next ship. Okay, just drive your truck up to the Evo and buy the gizmo. Did that. You can also upgrade the routes for the road instead. Yep, that's fine. Very, very expensive in resources. Yep, that's fine. Press B and hover over the ferry route to find out the cost. First build will accommodate 1-ton trucks. You'll need to build a second time for 20-ton trucks. And a third time for... Alright, press B. Give me a sec. Let me scroll all the way back over there. Alright, I'm going to press the B button. Okay, the B button does this weird yellow border around the window. Ah, the upgrade roads button. Yeah, no idea. Alright, what about... What truck are you? You're 3. Can I get you to go here? No. Alright, well we have floaties. Oh, there you go. Every complete 20 towns. Note the depot in Martinique isn't affected by this limitation. Okay. Well, we're probably pretty close to 20 towns for that anyway. Well, that's our next goal. We put floaties on you, I just don't know what the point of it is. Maybe it lets it take like this route? Man, truck floaties are weird. I don't know like why they came up with the idea of truck floaties, but they did. Ah, cool. So there is like little red bits at the end of roads. that we can do to start exploring and discovering. Does use fuel, and fuel costs money. Alright. Might just send him... Is there anywhere else we can explore, or is that about it? Yeah, that's about it. Is this a real-life map? It certainly is. If memory serves, when the devs... Part of the reason why the devs took as long as they did to release new places is because they tried to find real-life places that existed that provided the goods that needed to be provided. So like Glenbrook Steel Mill in New Zealand is an actual place in New Zealand that is an actual steel mill, right? So yeah. The developers that make this game are absolutely insane. In the best way. I totally appreciate it. Alright, we need to complete 20 towns. We'll come back to Auckland at another time. We've got the floaties. I don't know what we're going to do with the floaties, but that's okay. Also, figured out that just double-clicking on the truck takes me to it, so don't need to do all that cross-globe thing that's going on. Let us continue until we get to 20 towns. Or discovery, what's this? Mouse over your truck on the map until it pops up, and then drag your truck around the map to explore. Red rings highlight the end of explored roads. Explore south and find the gravel pit. Okay. So, it finally gave me the quest to do what I was needing to do earlier on. We'll have a look at that in a little bit. I want to get to 20 towns, which I think we'll be pretty good at doing. Most of these are fairly easy. St. Joseph was the one that I wanted to do, mostly because I think it's going to give me a lot of money. And money, even though we have a ton of it right now, might not always be something that we have a ludicrous ton of. Actually, let's just do St. Esprit while we're here. It seems like a very easy town to do, and we can get it off the list. Let's also start working on St. Joseph, though. Bananas. Go get bananas. You, go get fertilizer. You're going to take forever, but that's okay. And if I wanted to, what I could do is I could buy a bunch more of these 8-ton trucks, which I may even end up doing, and then have, you know, a whole fleet of them doing this. Okay. Saint Esprit done. Let's get rid of that. So that's you. Let's go back to St. Joseph. Get you to pick up some fish, please. I'll get you to pick up some worms, please. We may have to deliver more bananas by the time this is all said and done. So we probably should have actually started with the things that are at 11 and then moved up to the higher counting things, especially since this is really close to 16. But that's okay. Dude with the fertilizer is going to take literally forever, but that's alright. Worms and fish are going to get there at about the same time. Alright, worms done. Go get sand next, please. Fish is done. Go get oranges, please. Thankfully, both of these are equipped with loaders, so they take no time at all to load up, because loading can also take a huge amount of time. All right. Sand is done. Let's get sand to do coffee next. Oranges are done. Let's get oranges to do flowers. Is it just me, or are they really chewing through the sand? Oh wow, they're really chewing through the sand. What are they doing with all that sand? Well, if we need to get more sand, we need to get more sand. That's fine. Flower truck is going on. Coffee truck is done. Let's get sugarcane next. So in the time it took for the other trucks to do all of this, it took that one truck to do just the fertilizer. Yeah, it's a big deal. Might get that truck to go to sand. Oh no, wrong one. Alright, just go get sugar, it's fine. And we'll get you to go and get sand. Okay, I wonder how much we will get for this location when we have finished it. Probably a decent amount. But yeah, so this efficiency score that's slowly ticking down, it started ticking down when we started to supply the place. And it's like a points multiplier for high score shenanigans. I didn't really like the high score things because they could just easily be sort of gypped. Oh, only 16,000. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I expected to see much higher amounts on that. Well, it is what it is. Hey, one-tonners, I've still got a job for you. Go and get me that. Go and get me that. We need another town done. What towns do we have left? Oh, we have an easy one here. Just need sugar. We don't have much sugar left there, but that's because it's run out of sugarcane. So if we get you to deliver at sugarcane, that should be pretty good. The one-tonners are done, so let's get them to do the sand and do sugarcane. All of these places requiring all of these goods. It's crazy. Okay. You can be next for the one-tonners. Should be pretty easy to do. Alright, this should work out just fine. The red one should deliver... Oh no, there's 2 lots of limestone to deliver. Tell him to not repeat that route. And we'll get the green one to deliver the limestone. This way the green one has a chance of leveling up to 4x speed, which would be better for it than anything else. Okay, it looks like we have done with St. Marie, which is nice. Do we still have some towns that we haven't done? I can see 3 towns in total that we have. 4 towns in total. Okay, well, Lamenton's a nice easy one. So let's get that done. Let's do that. Please go and grab some of that. I think I left this one alone because fertilizer is a slow regrow. Yeah, a very slow regrow. Faster than it's being consumed, but that's okay. Yeah, unfortunately we can't upgrade the worm farm just yet. Oh, here's a town that we haven't done that seems pretty easy. Could almost get the 1-tonners to do it, honestly. And I was right. That was the one to level it up to 4. Okay, 1-tonners are on the job. Looks like there's 2 here. There's the House of Volcanoes, a museum. Don't know what voting is. Haven't played the game enough to really know what that is. At least it wasn't really in the game when I played it originally. Could be something interesting, it might not be. Okay, looks like we're done with you, so just go and deliver. Alright. So you are all sorted. Alright, what towns do we have left? We have Riviera Pollute, which requires a... You really hate the car truck icons on the map? How so? Would you prefer they were more abstract, like shapes, rather than like what looks like art found from the internet? Okay, fertilizer is going to take a while, but we can probably do the rest of this whilst the fertilizer recovers. So let's attempt to do that. Ooh, distillery needs more sugar. Let's get you to deliver some sugar, please. Okay, the 1-tonners are done with that. They can probably move on to doing this House of Volcanoes. Man, things that require fertilizer are rough. Nope. Dump truck, stop. Second dump truck. I'm going to get you to do this, actually. Okay. What was I doing over here? That's right, this stuff. Okay. But we've highlighted the correct things this time. So let's grab the fertilizer and let's grab the sand. Abstract would probably see striking your wishes for the full sim. Can you imagine? Like, this could almost be like a freaking MMO, dude. Like Euro Truck Sim, but it's like World Truck Sim, and you have to actually like physically drive and deliver these goods. It would be a terrible game that very few people would play, but the very few people who played it would really enjoy it. And sometimes that's what matters. Sometimes. I'll let you do that, actually. Let's get House of Volcanoes red to do the sugarcane. Actually, it looked like sugarcane was out. Sugarcane needs fertilizer. Of course it does. Let's stop you. Stop you. I'll read this reward thing in a second. You need fertilizer, but you don't need a whole bunch of it. So go and pick up 1 ton of fertilizer. Alright, there is a game limit on the number of trucks that you can have. This doesn't become a problem for a while, but eventually you'll want more. For every 1,000 towns you complete, the maximum number of trucks that aren't parked increases by 1. For every 2,000 businesses you complete, all truck limits on every truck type increase by 1. Complete 2,000 businesses to close the contract. Yeah, that'll take a while. The ultimate evolution of Euro Truck Sim. Every person is trying to run a trucking company to keep global supply lines flowing for their parent corporation. And then all of the PvP is people trying to snipe the best routes from one another. Yep. Yep. It sounds glorious to me. Like, just quietly. I mean, how to get Jake into actually playing an MMO. Alright. We can do this. Fish. What are you doing? You're empty. Ah, it's full. Excellent. Something needed alcohol. I swore something needed alcohol. Not 1,595 alcohol. Okay. Okay, what I need to do is I need to investigate shipping. So give me a moment. All right, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Almost forgot about that there. Logistical Earth. Shipping. Well, I saw Lucky play Mad Max, not the game Mad Max. There was this thing called Outlanders on the Sega. Oh, you could shoot people with the window down and everything. It'd be amazing. Give me a moment. Amazing. Look, I'm sure it maybe made Lucky's top 100. Maybe. Possibly not. Community hub. That's what I was after. Guides. Suggested contract order. Towns give you $1 for each person living there. There you are. That's how it goes. Alright. Shipping doesn't come for a while, folks. Let's re-put the display capture back on.